Gregory Keene continues the story from the apartment of the Cunningham Towers. I left Inspector Murray at some time after 4 o'clock this morning. Came back here and had some sleep. The shooting of Bernard Mendel and the disappearance of Helen Linden meant a lot to Murray. But nothing the NightShade people do now makes any difference to me. They made the rules. They flourished and grew by them. Now let them dig their own pitfall with the tools I'm going to supply. I've given you a hint or two about the shape of events to come. If you remember the girl Stella Wilson and her single-minded search for her one-time lover, Sammy Rice, you might even know just what I'm going to do. Tom Cutts knows. The only thing left now is some minor details. The timing, the safeguards, and the attitude we're going to take towards Stella Wilson herself. Well, Cutts, what about the car? Are we going to use the one we bought when we were hiding up in the Hawkesbury or what?
Oh, I don't see why we shouldn't. It's a good car, and if we are one, we'll be likely to get something off broken down.
I'll leave it to you then. When we're set here, go down to the garage and check it over. Oil changed, lights, brakes, the lot.
Leave it to me, sir.
Cutts, tonight's not going to be a game of ring-a-ring-a-rosy. I want you to understand that. And you're not under any obligation to come along.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
If we come unstuck, Stella Wilson won't have a chance. Are you prepared to accept that?
Her and Artie Fegan 3 weeks back. If you hadn't got away from them up there in that factory loft, do you reckon they'd have let you go? Let Stella Wilson take her flaming chances. She won't cost me any sleep.
Yeah, I just wanted you to know where we stand, Cutts, that's all. Sherry?
Coming.
I'm going out. Don't expect me back before 3 at the earliest.
Where are you going? Phillip Street?
No, I'm going to see Stella Wilson.
Oh.
Why, oh?
Well, this will be the first time you've left the apartment in broad daylight unless Murray's picked you up in a police car.
It'll be the last. By this time tomorrow, there won't be any NightShade ring to watch out for.
You hope.
It's going to come off, Sherry.
And what if it doesn't? Oh, Keene, before it's too late, you can't get away with a harebrained stunt like this. 1,000 things could go wrong.
Huberman and Magnani only have to run true to form. They've murdered people before, just on the off chance they could be troublesome. They murdered a chap 3 weeks ago just to supply me with a corpse. And I'm staking everything on the belief that they won't hesitate with Stella Wilson.
I'd hate to be in her shoes.
Oh, she'll outlive Carlotta Magnani. You can bet your crocodile boots on that.
Not if one of their gangsters gets the better of you and Cutts.
Cutts has taken on tougher characters than the NightShade thugs, 3 at a time.
Just let them come at you one by one. Oh, go on if you're going. Just leave me plenty of scotch. While I'm waiting for you tonight, I'm going to need it.
Who is it?
Keene.
I can't hear you.
Gregory Keene.
I just wanted to make sure of you. Have you got any fags?
Yeah. Help yourself, Stella.
I did what you told me, stayed inside and didn't even poke my nose out of the door. But it was a temptation.
Mm-hmm. Inspector Murray didn't find you much of a room, did he?
I've seen worse. What's new?
Sit down.
Have you found where he is?
I have indeed.
Let's have it.
Sammy Rice is in a house over on the North Shore.
That's what you told me when I was in Clink.
Yes, but now I know exactly where.
You're stalling. You've known all along.
All right. Maybe I have, but all I want you to do is shut up and listen. This Sammy Rice of yours is quite a fellow. He's done very well for himself.
While I was on the run.
He's moved right in over there on the North Shore. She's given him a car, and from what I can make out, as much money as he wants. Calls himself Jeff Blackston.
While I was working in a cheap hash house up in Broken Hill.
Yes. He certainly knew what he was doing when he walked out on you. Could you blame the chap? Oh, you should see the place they live in. There's a swimming pool lit from under the water. Well, I should say it's at least twice the size of Narrabeen Lakes. And the house itself, it's out of a Hollywood movie, Stella.
And I was slinging hamburgers at 110 in the shade, dodging around the corner every time I saw a copper, stuck 700 miles away in the bush, dead scared to look anyone in the eye.
You'll have me crying. You asked for it, didn't you?
What if I did? Sammy asked for plenty more.
Would you be prepared to give it to him?
Bet your sweet life I would.
No, we're coming to it. What do you want? Do you want to stick a knife in him? Or do you want to stick a knife in whoever is giving him cars? Or do you want him back?
I just want to stand in front of him again, just once. He was mine. He had 5,000 quid and we were going to run for it together. Then the rat.
Don't stop.
The night he was going to meet me, it was raining. 9 o'clock, he said. And I waited on the corner till 3 in the morning. I waited and waited. 6 hours I stood there. And he didn't even have the decency to tell me he was walking out. He had the dough, and he just let me stand there.
So you finished up serving hamburgers, and he finished up floating on his back in a tiled swimming pool. What are you doing tonight?
Going to Government House. What do you think?
If I called for you about 8, would you care to come for a drive?
Where to?
You know. I'll wait outside for you while you say hello to Sammy.
How long?
Till you come out.
I'm crazy, but I'll go with you.
Why are you crazy?
Artie Fegan and me had you up in that loft. We gave you the treatment. And for Sammy's 5,000 quid, Artie was going to keep it up till you were finished. Now you're fixing my bail and putting me onto Sammy Rice. Why?
Maybe it's my way of being revenged on you. When you see Sammy's setup, organized for himself, when you see the reception you'll get tonight, you'll realize that there are many ways of paying people off.
You've got kind of queer eyes.
All the better, really, to see people with.
You talk about paying me off, I believe you. If you tried to soap me, Keen... Oh, no.
You'll be ready at 8 o'clock?
I can hardly wait.
There's one thing more, baby. Don't leave this room till I call for you. And when you get inside the North Shore house tonight, don't mention me.
Why not?
Never mind why not. If you breathe a word about me, I'll know it, and I might forget about the bargain I made with you.
What's to stop you forgetting it any time?
I'm one of those people who keep their word. But you say a thing about Gregory Keene tonight, and I'll go ahead and frame you, and Artie Fegan, too. Keep your mouth shut, and there won't be any charges against you.
Why would I want to talk about you? When I front Sammy Rice, I'll have better things to say to him.
That's my girl. Well, I'm off. Keep the cigarettes. They should hold you till I see you at 8 tonight. So long.
Oh, I'm going down to the garage to look at the car, Miss Sherry.
Have one before you go.
Wait for it, miss. Let it stop and ring again.
Oh, I don't think it's going to, Cuts.
Then we don't answer. Now, who'd be ringing here but the Major or Inspector Murray? His apartment's supposed to be empty.
Oh, couldn't I just lift it and listen?
No, you could not, miss.
Well, it's too late now.
You know where I'll be if you want anything, Miss Sherry.
Don't be too long, Cuts. I want company.
Don't come down yourself.
Oh, only to the lift, Cuts. Here's one coming up now. The minute I press the button, you generally have to wait a week.
If the phone goes again, don't you dare answer it, miss, unless it rings right.
I won't. Hello? The other lift's coming up, too. I'd better get inside. Now, who the deuce could that have been on the phone just now? The only people who know we're here know how to get us. I don't like this. First the phone, now someone at the door. Well, I can't open up, not when I'm here alone and they don't buzz the signal. I can't hear anything through the door.
Sherry? Are you there, Sherry?
Jean Collins! Come in, quickly.
Is Gregory Keene here, Sherry?
No, if he was, he'd take you apart. What do you want? You were told to keep away.
I had a good look round.
Well, what is it, Jean?
It's you, Sherry. Twice I've been here and pleaded with you to get out while the going's good. Twice I've made a fool of myself, and I've been snarled at by Keene. Well, this time I'm going to lay down the law and make it stick.
I thought I made it clear before, Jean. Nobody tells me what to do.
But I'm telling you here and now, you've got to come with me.
Where?
To my weekend shack where you can hide and be safe. I should never have left you here so long. And the longer I let you go on your idiotic, headstrong way, the more danger you're in.
Beat it, Jean. Go on, run along.
I won't ask you again, Sherry.
You've asked me too often already. If you weren't such a pig-headed fool, you wouldn't keep it up. Take no for your answer. I'll never change my mind.
Is that your last word?
That's my last word.
All right. Goodbye. I've given you your chance. I've been more patient with you than you've any right to expect. Whatever happens to you now, Sherry, you needn't come running to me.
That's one thing you'll never see, chum. Thanks for calling. Cheerio, Jean.
Now, where is the nearest phone? he's not there, I know another number that I can dial. This is something I should have done a week ago. Hello? Hello? I wish to speak to Felix Huberman.
Only one thing can stop Huberman and Carlotta falling headfirst into the snare. The knowledge that I was not shot dead on the Hawkesbury River 10 days ago. And for those 10 days, they and their NightShade ring have been living on borrowed time. Yes, that is the only thing. We've kept it from them till now, and there are only a few more hours to go. But here's the problem. Can we keep it from them those few hours more?
What does Dr. Collins tell Felix Huberman? Listen for the next chapter in this story of intrigue. Deadly Nightshade.